Boom. I will get better and better at that transition. Heck yeah. All right, Waffles. We're back.
All right. That's...
All right.
Is it you? Are you Waffles? Who are you really?
I've always known he was an imposter.
Space Daddy. Woo!
No.
Big Daddy Space Master.
The Space Daddy is here. No. But it's me. So we left off with the world's turn on the turn tracker. You guys are telling the Farian to crawl out this little hole that Eisen cut out of the window. And he begins to do so. He begins to kind of very slowly, like, get his body up and then crawl out the hole. The first hand through is the black box hand, trying to get on the other side. And Moat is waiting with a held action to attempt to steal this thing.
I'm sorry, but just what an idiot.
Boy.
He trusts you.
Moat?
No, the Farron.
No, the dude sticking the box
Why
out
does
first.
he trust me? I went up to him and I was like, give me the box. And he was like, nah. And I was like, all right, go out this window
Doesn't
instead.
matter.
Yeah, and both
You're
you
about
and
to betray his trust.
both you and the Null were
And,
like, does he have anything, Eisen, in his hands right now that is worthwhile? And it's like, okay.
Look, to be fair, to play back this whole situation, what is going on and what this guy thinks has happened thus far is a bunch of people got shot out in front. Eisen, the bodyguard that was waiting out front, was able to make it into the room first. And now somebody else has come through the door. He doesn't know that this somebody else is with you guys.
Mhm.
So he thinks people are infiltrating and you're trying to get away. He doesn't know Dr. Leonard Tetsu is with you at all.
That's fair. I forgot
And
that
he's going
Dr.
to be
Land walked
real
into the
surprised
room.
to just like,
Dr. Lin walked into the room and announced himself. He's like, hey, is anybody here?
Yeah,
Where is everybody?
knock.
Are you dead?
The doctor's in.
exactly. Basically.
oh god!
Time to practice medicine.
All right, but
Wow.
So you said sleight of hand, correct?
it will be a sleight of hand check to try to jack this black box from him.
And with the inspiration or hero point or whatever it is from good old Len over there, what is the thing? Is that a second roll?
Yeah, you
that what we're
can
doing?
decide to use it after your roll if you wish, but I can't tell not before you know if you succeeded or failed.
Keeping it.
Oh, yo!
Yeah, that's pretty
We'll
good.
take it. 21.
Sure you don't want to reroll that?
You should
don't wanna-
re-roll that.
I
You
don't
could
think
get a
it's-
natural 20.
It's
I
too
could get a
late.
natural 20. I got a 5% chance to get a better roll. Honestly,
you got
it's
a
worth it.
natural 19. I'm so impressed.
You have
Yeah.
a 10% chance to not get a worse roll.
Yeah, something bad's
Oh.
gonna happen
True.
now.
By the
True.
way, he gets a natural automatic +2 because his token blends in with the background of the grass, as we found out
Yeah,
last session.
Because he's so tiny that these little grass blades are covering most of his body.
I literally keep not finding his token.
It was pretty
Even
funny.
looking at him.
Yeah.
Moat's a little person. But yeah. Okay. This Baron begins climbing out the window with the help of Eisen, who cut the hole. Zeha kind of backing him up. The orc lady with the big gun backing him up. He begins climbing out. He gets half of his body and his arm out. And Moat, you are able to grab the black box from him. He kind of looks over and he's like, what the? He like looks back through the window. He's like, there's someone out here. They got the box. And he's like struggling
The
to get
mask
out
winks.
of the window. He spends the rest of his turn to drop out of the window prone and then stands up.
Oh my god.
And I am
Uh,
blocking the hole, correct? Because I used my step up action to immediately fill the space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to feel him. With that,
Enter invisible roof people, stage left.
with that, the rest of the world's turn is going to keep going. The orc lady is going to step up and she's like, move. Look, I got to get to him. And she begins to level her gun and it begins whirring up towards the window.
Oh dear, I happen to move incorrectly. We're just doing the mirror thing of just like... Yeah.
I accidentally
Oh,
tackled you to the
dear.
ground! Oh!
And Nenal is going to sidle up to the other side of you on the window. Eisen glances out, sees that Moat has the box, and keeps playing scared at this point.
Mhm.
Can I free action say something?
Sure.
I'm just gonna tell like the orc lady, like, by the time you get that gun set up, he's going to be long gone. I'm faster. Let me get through. Or Eisen, get through.
Yeah.
He's in the way. And like she's basically holding the gun to like the side of the window right now, trying to aim at Moat. But
Okay.
right now, like Eisen's the one in front of the window hole. So
Okay, I thought she was like going to push Eisen out of the way and
Please
shoot,
no, please
like
no.
kind of a thing. So I was just like, it's cool. I stand by what I said.
And
for sure. With that, Eisen, it is your turn.
So I have basically wasted her turn, correct?
For the most part, she leveled a gun and it started whirring. You don't know like what kind of actions that is and stuff, but
Right.
she is, whether she's holding an action or not, you don't know, but she's done.
Right. In that case, I will fill the spot. Like I'll say, I can fit through. It's fine. I can shape my body better. You can't really try to fit through that hole with that gun the way it is right now. So
Then cut it bigger.
We don't have time for that. Not if they stole the box. And I'm just gonna like fill the space even more and like try to walk through as the.
Are you going?
I'm going. Yes, because I also am worried about Moat getting attacked by these invisible people. So if like I can provide like some additional backup,
Perfect.
I'm gonna try to do that. So I am now like trying to get through the hole, but also blocking the orc's view even more now because just of my nature of being a giant rock man.
Waffles,
Are
make
you
me
trying to
roll a
get through the
fitness
hole?
check.
You trying to get through the hole? Are you trying to actually get fully through the hole?
Yes, but still block her vision enough to be a pain in the ass.
Okay. You can basically spend your entire turn to get through the hole and stand up.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So you get through the hole, kind of stand up. For intents and purposes, will say you're like very squished between this Farron and the window.
Yes. If possible, I'd like to like do the whole bodyguard thing and like squish him, even though he's like looking for the person. Be like, we don't know who's out here. You need to be safe, and like try to like protect him in that bodyguard way. Since Ninal has specifically told me to protect him.
So you want to squish him to the window?
Yes.
Or
like
okay.
Like show that I'm actually like trying to do the job seriously, even though it's making his life more difficult.
Sure. Yeah, I'll allow that. And so you get out. And he's so like flabbergasted at just what happened and trying to get up and stuff that you're able to kind of roll over him, push him up against the window, and now you're on the other side of him.
Yes.
All right, Tetsu.
So far going so
Tetsu.
well. Can't wait to see how it fucks up.
It's about to fuck up, I think. Tetsu, not knowing what's really going on, is just like sprinting after Len into the room, and he's gonna basically come in, and I assume as he kind of gets like here-ish, he sees people and just starts veering to the left to run to catch up to Nanal and figure out what's going on, because he hasn't had a chance to check his phone.
That's
Because
fair.
he was slightly
That's
busy.
Fair. That's fair.
Okay. Yeah, you come sprinting through. That's your you basically use an action and then your standard action to to move again. At this point, you guys watch the orc kind of turn around and says, "One of them's coming," and she levels her gun to Tetsu.
Oh shit.
Moat, it's your turn.
Not exactly sure how to handle, but assuming that he's seen as an enemy or third party at this point, or knowing that well enough, it's been a while, they begin to clutch the black box. The mask, as they hold it up, has a big grin on it, and kind of the eyes cut over at Eisen and the gentleman who so very kindly, Farron, so kindly delivered this straight to Moat's tiny little hands. And in Farron's head, he hears, "Thanks for the delivery." And Moat just books it in the other direction, withdrawing, going 50 feet, just trying to get towards any sort of back alleys, anywhere that he's seen that they've seen that is just somewhere away from here. And then Wasp will follow, beginning to fly after them.
Okay. As an update, just kind of an update on the situation. 1, you can run in a straight line for 4 times your speed, if you would rather do that. 2, you have been told that if anything were to go wrong, like if Ninal was to be left, that you should go to the Dreamer's Lodge. Your call if you just want to go to an alley, or I'm just reminding you of that information since you weren't here last week. But yeah, you can run. You can go to the Dreamer's Lodge. Also, does a 14 hit your KAC?
Well, that's why I said I withdrew.
Okay. So
withdraw action. So I am only running twice my speed instead of 4 times, since I don't want to be threatened. So
my bad.
Because that would hit my KAC, I think.
By the way, though, I'm trying to remember, is this something that we texted about, like, prior to this going down, in terms of, like, for what Moat should do with the box? Like, I vaguely remember thinking about going back to the starship, but I did tell you that it has to be plugged in at the very least. So.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I remember. It was told that you basically told Moat that this box couldn't survive for a long time on no power kind of thing, and that they should steal it.
Okay. Speaking of, just for the sake of the audience, can we describe the box again? Like, what is its dimensions?
Yeah, it's a think like twice the size of a terabyte, like external hard drive, kind of like twice the thickness, twice the length kind of thing. It's not huge. It's like like the middle part of a Switch is what I'm imagining, like the screen without the controllers of a Nintendo Switch, but it's pure black, kind of shiny black metal, and then just running over it are these cacophony of like rainbow colors. Like you'll see a light blue circuit go, and then on a different line, like where the blue one ends, it comes up to a different spot and through a different line of purple, and then where that one ends, it starts a red one that goes to a different spot, and it just, these circuits just dash around on top of it.
Okay, now I really want this hooked up to our ship.
Yeah, and then before Moat goes running in a direction, he does know, because he's the one who spotted them, that at these 2 corners are where the invisible people are. Above the dragon skeleton skull and the 2 fennec foxes, I guess, is where the, like, invisible guards were.
I'll draw 2 little yellow circles for you guys.
Just so that he knows when he's running in which direction, where to, like, where he needs to just be wary of.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's going to be an interesting point, because I'm not sure which direction is the best to run at this point. Honestly, away from the building is probably going to be best, so I'd say Mo would probably run pretty much straight towards the street.
I can't see it.
Yeah. Basically just... Oh, that's the point.
Good. If we can't see him, they can't see him.
It's a good thing Moat isn't wearing a really obvious yellow overalls and a brightly lit mask.
Yeah, and an LED mask, yeah.
Go to dark mode. Go to dark mode.
Unfortunate.
You're the best person to have out in the woods for hunting or something.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's gonna think you're an animal. All right, Zeha, it's your turn.
Okay, so looking at Tetsu, I kind of open my eyes wide, and I reach one of my arms out towards Ninal, and I raise my mercy pistol, which I believe I still have, and I kind of level it towards Tetsu, and I say,
Sorry, I'm just slightly interrupting you here. You have it because
I dropped it.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. I was like, you definitely didn't have it coming into this room, but I remember now. Yes. Okay. Yes, you do have your mercy pistol.
Sorry.
The betrayal levels are rapidly rising.
I raise
We will not forget this.
One arm reaching out to sort of half protecting Ninal, one arm pointed at Tetsu. I say, Ninal, stay behind me. look, let's try to catch him up front. And then I point, like let's try to cut him off or something like that with Nanal. And I kind of say that towards the orc lady too. The oak lady. I can talk today.
The oak lady.
And so I start taking this like cautious couple of steps forward, like leveling, going around Tetsu, and I just say like, your friend has the box, so just back off.
Okay, give me a deception check.
Hold on, I'm going to make a sensitive check.
I make one too because
Tetsu has no idea what's going on.
I also
Sure.
said, and you guys heard
I
this.
rolled a nat 1.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Also, you guys heard me say like, let's try to cut him off out front. Like, I'm trying to
26.
push you guys that way as well. Okay. Well, at least Dr. Lynn knows what's going on. What do I need to do?
But I'm around the corner.
A bluff check?
Yes. I keep calling it deception. It's
A
bluff and Starfinder.
19.
Does a nat
Very
1 beat
nice,
it?
very nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Only just
Tetsu, you are completely confused. I'm gonna say that like you still trust, like not
Yeah.
fully trust Zeha, but like you know that she's not an idiot, and you're just confused. Like with your
I'm
nat
just,
one,
you're
you're just absolutely confused. Like, what friend? Huh? Dr. Lin, you get what she's trying to do completely. You like understand the code behind this.
If I see that like Tetsu is kind of giving me this dumbfounded expression, I'll use the other two arms now that I'm like standing kind of in front of the orc lady to like shoot Tetsu like in front of me, so like he can't see. Go.
Okay.
But that was okay. So it's a movement to go. I'm just gonna keep moving, like steadying my gun, and then as I do so, I'm like acting the most foolishly brave like person ever as I like walk up to this quote unquote enemy, but I'm placing myself between the gun and Tetsu. And I told Nanal to follow.
As you're placing yourself there, you hear, "Get out of the way!" from the Orklin.
Are you going to go? There's no need to get hurt. To Tetsu.
Are you talking to me? Oh. Tetsu looks up and goes,
I have my gun turned sideways like a
where are my... Where do I go?
Both of you now.
He's really smart, guys!
There's a very big gun here.
so smart.
You're going to back off. This is like, I'm yelling. Dr. Len, like, I'm sure that you could cut in as well if you...
I just point to Nanal.
Yeah, Len's still like, he realizes what she's trying to do, but if she's trying to pin us as the bad guy, he doesn't want his face seen. So he's going to say, like, from around the corner, Jeremy, the jig's up. Let's get out of here.
Riding down on me, riding.
man.
Tetsu's like,
Jeremy!
Jeremy.
we're not man. We're in a gangster like main room, just stolen AI, and you have a jellyfish calling a unicorn Jeremy. It's peak Starfinder.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I also low-key took all my willpower to not say, get the foxes and go, because I want those fennec foxes, but that's fine.
Out of character, I've been
Taking
thinking about
this.
it.
Yeah. God, I don't have a way to do this. Okay, hold on. Is her gun something I feel like I could remotely operate by any chance? I know it's
She
not.
pulls the
What is your criteria for remotely operating something?
One operable device. Sorry, technological device.
Gotcha. Give me an engineering check real quick.
Oh goodness. Ooh, a 20.
That's not
Yes, you hear it whirring. You kind of like you catch just like on the backside the battery pack attached to it. You don't see a long like line of bullets in it. You get the sense it is a technological weapon and not a analog weapon.
Okay. So I use my movement, and if I need to be like a little bit further back, that's fine. I wasn't quite sure how close I could get. I'm gonna use my standard action, still focused on Tetsu. So like as she says like get out of the way, I step out of the way. Let's do kind of like this way so that Nanal can still kind of be behind me. And then I kind of close my eyes, picturing the giant ass turret gun ridiculousness that this orc has, and my headband lights up, and the hands in front of me that are not occupied, that I was shooing Tetsu away with, kind of like mimic holding this ridiculous thing, and I am going to try to turn it off.
Okay.
I'm going to read you this whole spell thing because I know it's
Intriguing.
wild. Holographic duplicate of the
I hope
target's
it works.
controls appears within your reach. If the target has no controls, the spell fails. As part of concentrating on this spell, it is concentration. Myself and only myself can use these holo controls to operate the target as if I was able to touch it. I
Neat.
don't know that there is a save effect. Spell resistance. Yes. But to the device?
No, there won't be a spell resistance to the device. That'll be for like magical items and stuff.
Okay.
What I am going to tell you is with your engineering check of 20, what I'm going to tell you is that you can turn it off. It can easily just get turned back on her turn, and probably shot within like the same 6 seconds. You understand that with your engineering check.
Okay, I thought it doesn't like take time to like whir up again.
I'll say with your engineering check, maybe you've been told about this in your family. Maybe you've operated one before just because they're cool. These turret guns have 2 different modes, and basically whirring them up is like a ready action to set them in automatic mode to just blast.
Okay.
And she can also fire 2 single bullets out of it if she wants. And she wouldn't have to whir up for that. That said, I will say with your controls and just, I think it's kind of cool with how the spell works. If you really wanted to do it in attempt to like hold the trigger from being pressed,
Ooh.
like hold it up like you're a manual lock on it, I will do a check against a check on her turn.
Okay. Hell yeah. Because I guess if
Ooh,
this
intriguing.
doesn't have like these controls. Yeah, so I'm turned away from her. I have the guns control like system right in front of me, and I'm trying to kind of hide it from her, though Tetsu probably sees it completely clearly. Yeah, and that's what I'll try to do. I'm just gonna, whatever she's doing, I'm gonna try to negate it. I'm gonna like, yeah, I like it. Let's do it.
Okay. Dr. Lin.
Glad you like it.
Dr. Len.
Come on in, buddy. The water's fine.
Does it look like Tetsu is like starting to turn around, like to leave, or is he standing there, hands up in the air?
Tetsu's probably like he's confused at Zeha and is like looking at her, and then like kind of glances your way, but mostly like back at them and Nanal. He doesn't know what's going on.
He points both of his like tentacles towards the door, like in a very like go gesture, and then like just loudly says, "I'm hot-footing it out of here," and just books it. I'm gonna go down.
My favorite thing
Maybe
about
can I get
this...
up like
Sorry.
to the computer station with the rest of my movement?
Yeah, for sure. Not your whole movement. That would be a move and a standard, but that'd be like a double
that's
move
what
basically.
I meant,
Yep.
sorry. Yeah, that's all I want to do.
I just can't wait till we find out that Tetsu's the kind of guy
we'll see
that
if I
just
get a
doesn't
turn.
read lips. Like, he's that one guy that's just like, what?
That's me.
I
That's
don't
me in
have
real life.
That's carrot. Yeah.
Yeah. Before at the end of Dr. Len's turn, Eisen would like to use a free action to call out to Ninal and say, "Am I calling the call to take us to the embassy, or are we going right back to the lift for the station? This place is compromised. Where are we going next?"
You're saying that to the Farron?
No, to Ninal through the hole.
Oh. She kind of looks through the hole. She's like, we'll notify the Starfinder Society and the stewards.
So she wants us to go back to the building that she said originally, if things went wrong, to go to.
The Dreamer's Lodge. It seems like she's trying to get you to go there, but yeah.
Got it. In that case, Kara, I'll do something when it's my turn.
Okay. It is the world's turn.
Fuck.
The world's turn. The
How's that hero point?
orc lady is going to attempt to whirl up the gun and do a full attack action. Not like automatic, but just a full attack action, just 2 bullets at Tetsu.
Oh, God.
Hit me.
What's your
Gonna
AC,
need
buddy?
two-
You won't do it, Waffles.
I'll let you decide. I'm going to need 2 checks from you, either athletics or sleight of hand. 1 for each bullet.
This is for me?
Yep.
Athletics or sleight of hand? Let's go sleight of hand.
Yeah, you definitely strike me as an athletic person.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Oh!
Hey.
Arms, like, come on.
I'll tell you my 2 rolls.
Nice.
Natural 18 and a natural 13.
Okay, well, the first one's an 8.
Okay, so the first shot is going off for sure.
And a 24.
Oh, much better.
Okay.
Okay.
Save
Interesting.
the
So you-
1 bullet.
You watch her like lower this gun towards Tetsu, like very like on her hip, just lowering it. You see her pull the trigger twice. Just the second one locks, and you see her like glance down. She's like, "What the?" And so she's like pulling it, and you feel like through your controls, you can feel like the trigger attempting to be pressed, and you're just sitting here holding it, like we'll say with your like middle finger and your thumb, just trying to like hold it up. You're basically a manual lock to it.
I like to think that the first one like goes through before Zeha like catches herself and she's like fuck, and she like sticks her thumb to block it. Like no.
Tetsu's slowly starting to turn towards Len, like maybe I should leave.
Yep.
See,
And you
Well,
watch
the
this.
shot might miss.
You watch this very large laser blast come out of one of the rotating turret heads, and does a 21 hit your EAC?
Oh no.
Yeah, sure does. Sure does.
You take 7 fire damage.
Ooh.
You watch as Tetsu turns and betrayal.
Are
Just-
you out?
Right on the ground. Yeah, he's down.
Oh,
Okay.
fudge.
Tetsu is
I
down.
can't do anything about that.
I mean, it didn't any go anywhere near like crazy negatives or anything to kill me, but like he's down.
Yeah, Dr. Lin, you hear a shot go off. That's all I'll tell you. Eisen, it's your turn.
Can we take this quick opportunity to kind of review outside of Dr. Len's Needler gun healing? What does Starfinder entail for like situations like this? For like stabilizing?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so first aid. You can stabilize a dying creature and keep it from losing any more resolve points with a successful DC 15 medicine check. So it's DC 15 medicine to stabilize someone. You don't need like a healing kit or anything. Any sort of healing period that would bring someone up, it's kind of like D&D, will keep them from losing resolve points and heal them to 1. Stabilizing leaves them at 0. The creature itself can also use resolve points. So there's basically 3 different areas to this, in my opinion. There's dying, there's stabilized, and there's attempting to get back in the fight. If you're dying, you can spend resolve points to stabilize. you have to spend 1/4 of your resolve points. A minimum 1, a max of 3. I think most of you have 4 or 5 right now. So you'd have to spend at least 1. Actually, probably 1 for all of you because it's Starfinder rounds down. So you have to spend 1 resolve point to stabilize. If you're stabilized, the next turn, you can spend a resolve point to recover to 1 HP. Now remember, if you have 0 resolve points while you're dying, you die. If that makes any sense.
Right.
Well, there are checks for death, correct? I think.
No. If you cannot spend resolve points to stabilize, you die.
Okay.
Okay.
Resolve points are your checks. It's more of a monetary game than a chance game.
Okay.
With that, Eisen, it's your turn.
So, Ninal decides not to move. Does she look like she wants to come to where I am? Like, that's my thing, is I can't necessarily leave.
Oh yeah. Hold on. She's on the world's turn. I will say that upon her seeing Tetsu go down, she gives you a look. Give me a sense motive check.
With my -1 sense motive, oh dear. 10? That's actually not too bad.
That's not bad.
She gives you a look that has something to do with the Farron in front of you, and then begins to run towards Zeha.
If only she did something
She
before
double
he
taps
was
me.
shot.
Okay. Alright. Right. Sorry, I'm just... Eisen, like, takes a moment, and I'm taking a moment to, like, feed that through my brain.
For sure.
Processing.
Supposed to do a thing.
Reminder for anyone that wants to, not saying you need to at all, but if you ever want to drop an initiative, you can.
Well, I'm also concerned that, like, these invisible people are gonna go hunt Moat down and murder him, and so I'm like...
As a GM, I will also say I probably should bring attention to it. I'm bad at that because for some reason, my brain expects you guys to know. It's been 2 world turns, and these things have not moved.
That's fair.
I mean, yes, they haven't moved, but, like, they may have been waiting for this exact moment in which the box left the building.
I agree. They can definitely move now, but I'm just saying it's been 2 world turns, and they haven't moved thus far.
And they haven't moved this world turn.
They haven't moved since they showed up.
I bet you they're giant red herring, and Moat was just fucking with us.
Or they're like part of like the team that was supposed to come in that got knocked out when the computer chick got knocked out because she was controlling them. But anyway, seeing that, and while the Farron is kind of busily... What is the Farron doing, actually? What was his turn this once, like... What did he do?
Oh yeah, I was so worried about killing Tetsu that I didn't do the Farron or Ninal. The Farron actually, he's up, so he takes a full round. Actually, he can't take a full round action because his gun's stupid. He is going to attempt to move away from you. So if you wish, take an attack of opportunity.
I don't, but he would have to. I'm going to use my step up action basically to stay on top of him and cause him to be like. If he takes a step, like he has to either like step away from me and like take that withdrawal action of like pushing past me, or if he doesn't, then he can only take that 5-foot step. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to like slow him down and be a body block.
Step up's a reaction, right?
Yes, and I have.
Okay. So basically,
yeah.
Just for future reference, basically how this would work is when he begins moving, you can take your reaction. It allows you to. What does this allow you to do? Also take a guarded step.
Yeah, so when he moves like a 5 foot away from me or tries to like separate himself from me, I can immediately as a reaction just follow him like as my reaction.
You close the distance when a foe tries to move away.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Yes. What I will say is like based on that, you can't block him, unfortunately, but you can stay stuck to him.
Oh,
basically.
okay.
It kind of reads to me, not to like ruin it, but it only when they take a guarded step away from you can you step up and keep that together. It basically keeps them from taking a guarded step. But if he's just walking away from you, like with more than a guarded step, I don't know that it applies.
No. I think this is. We'll have to. No, I think you're right. Actually, I was about to reread it. I thought he could follow a move action as well, kind of like rogues in D&D. But no, I think you're right, and because the benefit is the only benefit he receives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so
I guess
can you,
yeah.
do you have an instead of an attack of opportunity, so to speak, and I know I'm using like Pathfinder and D&D terms here, so if he triggers an attack of opportunity, so to speak, do you have to take an attack, or can you do like a grapple? Can you like try to hold him back?
That's a good question. Let me look it up real quick.
Because that's what I'm like trying to do. I'm trying to play like the bodyguard, stay down,
and,
Mr.
like,
President.
yeah,
right? Like, yeah.
Or just something like, I got this. Stay here.
Yeah, right.
Talk amongst yourselves. We got rules to
Well,
look
Zay,
at.
how does it feel to kill me?
I feels bad, but I will also keep.
Does it really?
You're smiling a lot.
I am, but that's just
Look
because
sad.
this is an awesome session.
Because you killed me. I see how it is.
We
Careful,
finally got
remember
him.
this.
KD.
That was
He's
the whole
dead yet.
point.
Tetsu's gonna TPK the whole team.
Okay, I'm gonna make
Imagine
the
if-
call. Sorry, I'm gonna make the call and say that attempting to grapple people and such is like Pathfinder 2e, and it is an attack. I don't think it is, but I'm gonna make that call. I don't think it is, but I'm gonna make that call.
So does that mean I can do it as a reaction? Like,
Yeah, because reactions you may take an attack of opportunity. You may take a special melee attack against this person.
okay, then yeah. I'm just trying to like. I'm not trying to hurt him or harm him. I'm literally just trying to put my body like in his way and like keep him safe, in quotation marks.
For sure. Now I'm looking up how grapple works, because Starfinder rules are a little weird.
It's
Grapple.
sad that my armor makes it go down.
Yeah, actually, grapple is an attack, so that's the right call at least. Grapples in Starfinder are called combat maneuvers. There's a bunch of different combat maneuvers you can do. Doing this combat maneuver, you will make a melee attack against the opponent's KAC plus 8.
It's not with my athletics. It's just a flat melee attack.
Yep, that's what it says.
Yeah.
So what would that actually be? Would that be? A
You can make
D20
your
plus-
sword attack
Okay.
for all I care. You make a melee attack roll, but you're not trying to actually do
Right,
Unless
anything.
you're
Like,
cool
you're
and
not
have
gonna hit him.
bonuses.
Right.
Do it. Give me that melee attack. Can you grapple him?
19.
KC plus 8. He's not outfitted to be here.
Oh.
So your natural 15. His KC plus 8 is 18.
Oof.
Nice.
One over.
So, yep. So he begins to move away from you, and what do you do?
I literally like strong arm him like you would if like you stop too fast in like a car and you put your arm out in front of somebody. I'm just like doing the Mr. Bodyguard thing you would to a celebrity, just like putting him as far behind me and kind of squishing him behind my rocky physique.
As you
as
do,
much as
he's like
possible.
trying to throw your arm off. He's like, "Let me get a shot off, and you better go after him." And he's literally attempting to tell you not to do what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. And I'll say, I was told to protect you. I don't know who else is out here. They could have whole legions. And then while I'm kind of like yakety-saxing my way through this conversation, trying not to hurt this man, I would like to send a quick text off to Moat, like assuming that he knows where to go, but saying, send like we need a car pickup for the Lodge of Dreams, right? So if anyone saw my thing, they wouldn't know who I was texting. but I specifically asked Nanal where we should go. Like, bring the call around so we can get to the lodge.
I'm gonna say you can't get a text off.
Okay.
I made Zeha spend an action to text.
Well,
even with
this is my
forearms.
turn. That was a reaction. That was the grapple was my reaction.
That's true. Okay, sure. It's a bunch of different crappy stuff. Because let me finish his turn real quick, and then we'll go with your text real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Hey back,
Okay,
Mr.
yes,
President.
that's
I
fine.
got a tick.
I didn't take his turn. So he gets stopped by you from this grapple reaction. He attempts to bring his like gun like past your side, and it's like, again, it's just a large like revolver-esque, but it's huge. It's like as big as his hand, which is a pretty big hand. And he lets it off, and it rings out very loud. The name of the gun is called a hand cannon for people that want to know.
Stop it.
Hey, Mo, what's your
He
AC?
lets it off. Does a 14 hit your KAC?
Yeah.
Okay. You feel this very large slug just into your back as it kind of makes you stumble.
I'm
You take 17
sorry.
piercing damage.
So wait,
What?
so wait, my grapple didn't, like, I was specifically trying to, like, give Moat a little bit of cover.
Wait, did I say 17?
Yeah,
Sorry.
he said 17.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm reading it and my brain's stupid. You take 7 piercing damage.
Okay, that's
do that to
way
us,
better.
I heard everyone say what, and I was like, what? It's like he's not dead. It's 7 piercing.
Yeah, no.
Waffles.
But I
yes,
was trying
yeah.
to give.
You get your head taken off.
Yes, that's with the cover.
Okay.
He rolled quite well.
Damn it.
And Moat no longer has a face screen because he no longer has a face.
He got hit in the back, but 7 piercing damage. Let me rephrase that. Okay, now you can finish your text, Eisen. Sorry about that.
All right. I will say, hearing that ring out and not necessarily knowing where Moat is, I'm just going to text out, we need to get to cover fast. Bring the car around so we can, rendezvous at the Lodge of Dreams. Bring the car around, right? In a text that is, if my phone were to be grabbed, isn't out of the ordinary for like the additional security we supposedly have.
Okay.
And then
As soon as you send,
That
as
text
soon
is sent
as he
to
watches
who?
you send this text,
That-
sees
that
the
is
guy
sent-
he's chasing pull out his phone.
that is specifically sent to you, Moat. I don't know if your like headset lets you see that like while you're running or whatever. But
Oh yeah, Moat's visor is a communicator device, so it just pops up
It's
like a
Iron
little
Man?
notification at the bottom, like bing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean
I-
it's totally
yeah,
a Jarvis face mask. I mean,
I'm definitely
come
down
on.
to say you can. I'm definitely down to say you can see it. Like you couldn't send anything. Like you can't text to talk or anything, or talk to text or anything like that. But so you
Does he
see
see
that
it's-
pop up.
Does it mark it as red?
Left on
I
red.
don't know. That's up to you guys.
Left unseen.
Wait, so Eisen, you send a text and you don't run after Moat.
No, so hold on. I was going to ask: is that sending the text my action, or is it a swift action, or what?
It's
What
an
does that
action.
feel? Okay. In that case, then I'm going to move and follow his orders and say, "Stay there. I was told to keep you safe. If you come anywhere near, I can't protect you and chase after him. You have to stay with somebody."
And then he
Okay.
jogs lightly to not catch up.
Well, look, I use my action to send the
He says
text
after
anyway, so I
texting.
can only
There you
only
go.
move so far, right?
It's the
I know
the,
this is important, but I have to tell
beach
Boo.
run in slow mo.
Okay.
Look, it's important
yeah.
to keep everyone up to date and to like notify the teams. I'm being the consummate bodyguard here.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Tetsu, would you like to spend a
Meanwhile-
resolve point to stabilize?
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, the bodyguard bleeds out on the floor, pulls out his phone to send a no. Yes, I will spend the resolve point to stabilize.
Okay. You're no longer dying. You're now stable. Still prone and unconscious on the ground.
Does he
Moat.
does he have one like health or whatever?
Not yet.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I
He
have
has
spent
0
another
health.
resolve point.
Yep. He is just stable, flat, unconscious, 0 HP. When you have 1 health, you're conscious, basically. Moat, it is your turn. I need an engineering check.
All right.
You're
Let's
good at
do
those.
this.
Drop it and spike it on the ground.
13. Since I don't know the result of that, I actually want to go ahead and use that hero point to reroll this engineering check.
It
Ooh.
was a
I don't
natural
even know what
5.
it's for.
It's for the black box.
Boom! Better.
Much
Hey,
better.
17.
Okay. 17. As you're running, you kind of glance down at the black box a little still in your hand before you've had a chance to tuck it away or anything. And you're watching these, like, you just see out of your peripheral, these circuits kind of dancing around it. And you watch as one goes to dance all the way to the side, it kind of dissipates and flickers out. Then another one gets about halfway up it, kind of dissipates, flickers out. And you're watching it, and you know very well that this is something that is losing power.
Oh shit.
Your turn.
All right. So, when Eisen texted to get the car, I forgot. It's been 3 weeks since I was part of this. We don't have a car.
No.
Eisen
No,
just
we
wants
don't.
Moat to get to the rendezvous point, essentially.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And I will
Uh,
say, based on the map that you guys did look up, like the very basic super map of Roselight, you understand that Dreamer's Lodge would probably be somewhere around 20 to 30 minutes out on foot.
Oh my god.
So probably it'd be like a 5-10 minute drive with really good traffic.
And
I
Nanal
guess you're hijacking the car.
Zeha
GTA.
did text us like all of the like battery requirements, like because the guy did talk like it needs to stay in a very particular energy environment.
I didn't
mean, you
say
don't-
it's 9 volts.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
you don't have
not-
specific battery requirements. You just know that it needs a very high energy piece. I think I said, and if I didn't, I will retcon it slightly, that you also know that it could survive on a lesser battery power for very quickly. Like, you guys were talking about plugging it up to computers and stuff. I was like, yeah, but it's not a permanent solution.
Right.
Okay, so it might extend it like a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and by a little bit, it like the second, basically, it's like plugging your phone up to I'm trying to think of like a bad thing to plug your phone up to. I don't even know. A potato.
Nuclear starter.
Yeah, I
Like one
was
of
gonna say
those
potato
really
block.
bad external like battery chargers that never
Basic.
held a charge.
Yeah. That's actually perfect. It keeps it, basically, you plug it up to one of those bad external chargers. It keeps it at the charge it's at. But the second you unplug it, it starts dying again.
Yeah.
Would Wasp
God.
like be something he could plug it into, or like?
That's a good
That's-
question.
That's up for
That
Moat
would
to
be a
decide.
great thing, and that is something I would definitely do if Wasp had any shot at getting close to me without me getting shot by that fucking gun again.
Well, I'm still
Without
providing
me
you cover.
bolting.
7,000.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so
Gotta go
Moat's
fast.
general instinct at this point is to get away. While taking a full get out of dodge movement, so going like full retreat, 4 times movement in a straight line. Wasp is going to continue to follow. Can only fly 30 feet, so eventually it'll catch up, but
Doing his
likely
best,
not
little
before
buddy.
Moat has a chance to get somewhere where they can hunker down for a moment.
Just
so
a question for myself. Wasp can't take full round actions or runs or anything like that?
correct. Limited AI only allows Wasp to take a single action to attack or to move.
For sure.
Move action. So unless Moat has direct control over it.
Got it.
Okay.
So with that, Moat bolts and begins thinking, okay, I can probably rewire my pulsecaster and get that set up to hold this thing for a little bit, but I should be able to last. Crap. So Moat will begin theory crafting, rewiring a pulsecaster pistol battery to charge this thing or keep it up to date.
Okay, give me another engineering check.
You got it.
Go,
This
go.
is something I love and hate about Starfinder. It's like all knowledge checks are free. So technically, like, let's not go crazy, but technically you can take like 15 knowledge checks in one turn. Like,
Wow,
Yeah, true.
though.
Then I want to think about.
That's a 13. So
You
okay.
basically do the Sherlock Holmes scene.
What I will tell you is like while you're running, you're sitting here, you're running. It's like you move like 120 feet down an alley. Everyone sees Moat disappear. Your theory
I only
crafting
have
that's in your
25
head.
feet of movement speed. Sorry. Only
Okay,
100 feet.
so you get about 100 feet disappear down an alley, and you're theory crafting this thing in your head, trying to rewire this battery, this pulse pistol, and the immediate thought in your head is, "There's no way for something so mundane to work," and that's where we'll take a break.
No.
Oh boy.
No.
All right, friends. We'll be right back. Stick around so we can see if we are going to. Can we kill an AI? Is it alive? We'll find out.
Oh, great philosophical.
Won't be for
question.
long.
All great philosophical questions. All right, guys. Be right back. When? Okay, we're back, and
We're dead. We're gonna die.
one of us is,
Dead, so
or
dead, died.
is
Died,
they?
died, dead.
That's not English.
I mean, no, not really.
Moat's
tried.
more likely to die.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Or
Depends.
the AI is gonna die. We need to now take at least
Well, that
20
thing's dead.
minutes of debate of if
Hey, screw
AI is ever alive in the first place.
All right,
Okay.
for our opening argument, Sarah.
All right, I'm gonna bring this up so you guys can know where I'm headed. We're going to slightly drop out of initiative order, and by that I mean we're gonna stay in initiative order, but everyone kind of assumes that no one is attacking people currently.
Perfect.
Mhm.
So I want to keep us in initiative order for purposes of Tetsu, and if someone's gonna heal him, if like what's happening there. But like, you don't have to worry if someone's gonna attack somebody. Everyone's kind of like guns are lowered. The Farron is like yelling at Eisen to go get Moat, but is climbing back in the window at the same time. Like all of that kind of stuff. So
And is it starting back up on my turn?
yes, it is. Moat kind of disappears around this corner, trying to Sherlock Holmes a battery source, and it is your turn, Zeha.
Okay, so I'm going to this works because I can grab Nanal to kind of do something like kind of with me, sort of. But I'd like to kind of motion for Nanal and towards Tetsu. Do I first of all just see that he's stable?
Yeah, you see a very large like laser shot in him. His suit's a little messed up. He's definitely taken a hard hit, but he's breathing. His breathing isn't ragged or anything. And I'll tell you, like, it's easy enough to know that he's stable and not imminent death.
Okay. I'll tell Nanal, look, help me bring him around. He might know something if we can get him to wake up. Maybe where they're going to meet up. And I will have her kind of help me drag, like, one under each arm. Like, we're not very strong, but let's one under each arm and kind of, I would like to drag him at the very least to like within this kind of within around the corner towards the hallway so I can get the doors to open up.
Okay.
And then if I can see kind of down the hall to Dr. Len, I'm going to say, you, android, help stabilize this person.
You say that to Dr. Len?
Yes. And I point at you.
Len looks
Yeah,
at
Squidward,
dead
come
Andrew
here.
to him.
Android
And
squid.
then he waves a tentacle across his roughly neck region of the bell and then like points at you.
I have this, so to speak, dead Tetsu in my arms that I am dragging, and I'm like,
The the androids are dead, ma'am. But I'm a doctor. I heard the commotion and am on my way.
That's my favorite. Oh god. Okay. So can I kind of sort of get around?
This is gonna go so poorly.
I don't want Dr. Len to come into this room. I want to keep dragging him out. I just want to kind of seem like we have this handled for this orc lady. And then I'm going to call back around the corner. Look, we're going to get him situated and then we're going to try to meet him out. We're going to try to cut them off. And then I just walk away.
That's to the orc lady?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get boss in and then we're coming.
Okay. Fuck. To herself.
Please let him get Pooh Bear stuck. I hope he gets Pooh Bear stuck in the hole.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother. So if I could just get him a little bit, as far as I can down here, it might, this might be a thing where, like, would that be delayed movement, or would that be my kind of action as well to get all this moving?
I'm gonna say that's all of your action and Ninal's action to like drag him around there and get it to the door to open.
Okay.
That's move in action. So if you have a swift, you can do it, but otherwise, no.
I drop prone for no reason.
And then don't get up.
No, we'll do that. But I'm going to like pantomime to Dr. Len, like kind of like shrugging and just being like to him, like pointing towards Tetsu, like we have this to deal with, and then we have like, and then I point outside, like then we have that to deal with, and just sort of a who knows gesture. Let's figure this out. I'm realizing
Who knows?
I'm much more expressive with forearm gesturing. I can both shrug and point at the same time. It's adds to this communication.
No mixed messages or anything.
I think we need to see a little bit more of that, like in your actual like physicality.
Yeah,
like,
so I'm gonna order
Tell
like
us
a
that
second set of
forearm
arms
energy,
online,
please.
and I'll connect them with strings so I can like.
There you
I
go.
love it.
Yeah,
there you
there
go.
you go.
Perfect.
I'll work on it.
And then
Dr.
you
Lin.
start laughing.
Okay, Dr. Len looks at the needle sticking out of Data, looks at the needle rifle he's holding in his hands, uses a move action to put it away.
Oh no.
And then he's going to like start making his way towards Tetsu and Zeha, and will just loudly say, "Ladies, put down the patient. I'll be right with him. I'm a doctor."
Now a completely different person walks into the room.
No one saw me.
That's true. No, that's
That's true.
completely fair.
Nobody saw you except for all the cameras in this building.
And at
World.
least the cameras will be honest, right? Because they'll see the Vesk and the weird monkey thing, and it will look totally fine on the footage.
Yep. World. Farron crawls back in, gets up, spends his whole turn doing that. And the orc is going to stay with him for this turn to ensure that he's safe, kind of helping him up. You guys hear some like small talk going on, like, "You okay? Like, what do we do? Blah blah blah." But like, it's so low you can barely hear it. You just know that she's checking on him. And then took her world turn because
I made her.
she helped Zeha. Yep. Invisible people still do not move. Eisen.
I'm actually going to follow what I was told to do, and I'm going to go running after Moat and go off the map somewhere.
Heck yeah.
Good idea.
Okay. We have officially split the party.
Yeah. How hard is it to
Success.
find him?
It only took these
2
sessions.
sessions in a row.
Not hard at all. You have 30 feet of movement.
Yes, I have 30 feet of movement.
You basically have an extra move action on him. I'll say you basically almost catch up to him. You're like 10 feet away now.
Yeah. And then I will like quietly say, I'll help any way I can. We need to keep that thing alive, apparently. And I'll try to keep you from getting shot anymore.
Eisen runs up behind Moat as Moat is basically just fiddling with a pulse caster and this thing as they're running and just going, "God, it's the fucking thing over. It's the fucking worst thing I've ever heard." What? Oh, hey, Eisen.
Seeing him struggling, can Eisen also roll some sort of engineering check? He is actually quite mechanically oriented a little bit.
Sure.
Electricity's in my blood.
It's gonna be the slight minus
don't
this
have
turn, but
blood.
if you get it in your hands, you can roll it at a normal.
Okay.
But
and-
you can make it again next turn. It's not a big deal. Like
Okay, and for this, I'm trying to specifically think, could my amplify energy ability, like, could I literally siphon electricity to this thing, if I desperately needed to?
okay, how I like to play it. Very specific reasons for a check. It lowers the DC a lot since you're literally only trying to find this out. So make your engineering check.
21.
Okay. 21.
nice.
You think you could? It would be highly risky. I'm gonna tell you with your 21. I'll tell you the exact chances. You think you would have to roll a natural 19 or 20 for it to work.
Ooh, like, and that would cause it to like fry. If I
You get
if
the
I
you get the
didn't?
sense anything that's not like a 17 or 18 would cause it to fry.
Okay. Then
17 or
then-
18 wouldn't power it. 19 or 20 would power it, and then anything else would cause it to fry and destroy it.
And are you
Alright,
saying
then.
17, 18 on the die roll or total?
Yeah, I don't think his power ability has a die roll attached to it. I'm just gonna make him roll a flat check.
Okay.
Yeah. It actually does have a die roll attached to it, but it's not like a D20. It's a D4. Like I take damage.
I'd make you roll a d20, and then you could take your d4 damage as well.
Yeah. So, and I'm not like trained in like physical sciences or any sort of like thing to like do that. So in that case, then yes, I'm just going to like try to protect Moat, and when he makes whatever engineering check he needs to make, I'm gonna try to help him.
Okay, fair enough. Tetsu,
Fair
you
enough.
stabilized.
You're
Do you want to spend
No,
another?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Tetsu kind of wakes up and like looks around and up at Zeha confused and goes, "You shot me."
I did not. I'm like shushing you
He
and
looks
saying
down at the wall.
no.
He's going to like shakily like try to push himself off of them to get to his feet.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
Seeing this, Len like turns towards the exit of the building, points at it with like a tentacle, and then like cocks his bell. Like, should we?
Tetsu's just
What?
going to be very confused and stumble off in that direction with the rest.
Cox's bell.
Cox's bell, please never say that again.
It's hard to emote.
He's a giant jellyfish, y'all.
Just wear a mask.
There you go. Moat will like
Cliche.
make you a similar mask, but it's not to size. So you have this giant bell, and it's just this little face mask stuck to it.
Genius.
Genius. What does Nanal sort of react to that question? What does she want to do?
What's the like to Dr. Lynn's question?
Yeah, like the overall question of like, should they
She's-
go?
She is like waving her arm. She's like she points at like herself and you, and is basically giving the universal sign of let's all get out of here. Actually, during this, like she's doing a bunch of different kind of sign language. You all get the universal
signs.
sign of let's get out of here. Zeha, give me a sense motive real quick.
Don't mind if I do. And as I already know her, may I roll culture instead?
Sure.
OP.
Hell yeah. I tried to roll it. Let's see. Oh, that's a natty one. For an 11.
You have a hero point.
You do
I
have a hero
need to
point.
stay alive. My hero
Okay.
point is already decided. It is one target, and that is my radiation poisoning.
She also throws something else in there, and you have no idea what she's saying.
Damn it.
It's their sign of we're all going to die.
Yeah, basically. Mo, your turn.
Moat will slow down a little bit, and I'm sorry, I forgot. I think I need to. Actually, I remember. So using a movement action, Moat can give Wasp an additional action. I can't remember if that has to be split into a movement and then an attack, or if it can be double movement. So I do want to look that up real quick. But Moat won't move this turn. Since Eisen's right there and it doesn't seem that anybody else is chasing. And Moat will... Okay. So this box, it's a little weird. I can't get this to quite work. I'm gonna try to get these pulsecaster batteries to work for it. Hopefully once Wasp gets here, I might be able to siphon power from him, but I need some steady hands. You think you can help out?
Sure. I can do anything you need. I've done a little work with weapons and electronics in the past, although not the best with electronics.
Good. Well, like I said, hold it still, hold it steady, and don't fry it.
Let's not
Fries
talk
it.
about that right now.
Can I
Crack of electricity goes across his face.
Yeah.
can I ask like a world question though about
You
this?
brought your
Like,
gloves with you, right?
Absolutely.
in a scenario like this, I know the type of city the Roselight settlement is. The planet is Liavara. We're in the Roselight settlement. That's correct. Okay.
Yes.
So I know like the kind of like area this is, and I know that normally it's very, very packed, and like this is the Silver Drake has like is the only one around that has a lot of space next to it. Given everything is so packed in streets and stuff like that, like is it expected? Is there like taxis? Can you wave down like a transport like that? Is that a thing here?
I'd say you can definitely wave down transport. There's public transport, there's taxis, and like in my opinion, in a packed city like this, there's probably people who just would pick someone up to drive them for money. Like it's probably a known thing. So if that's like everyone would kind of know that. Like kind of, but not really. It's just a public person who's like, oh yeah, like I don't have any kind of place to be, so I'll take you. How much you want to pay?
Oh, sick hitchhikers.
Basically, yeah, it's like public hitchhikers for money kind of thing. Like,
So Uber.
but I'd say all of you would know of that for sure.
Mhm.
Good question.
Thanks. I just want
but
to
we
see
still
the
have to wait
options
for-
of like getting to the place.
Yeah, but we
Yep.
have to wait for Wasp to catch up, right? That's the bottleneck right now, I think.
I think so.
To an extent. But at this point, Moat is going to be very carefully but pointedly trying to get these batteries to work, taking a little bit more time since they're not running full sprint and trying to do it at the same time. So
Okay. And
I'd like to
is this a
another
check just for the
engineering check.
batteries, or are you trying to think of like anything that could work for this thing?
I, at this point, want to determine whether I can use the battery specifically to stabilize it for a small period of time, throwing aside any other things until I'm presented with a better option.
I'll go ahead and tell you with your last check of the 17, you did not think you could use the batteries
The
at all.
last check was a 13. Does that change
Okay.
it?
Whatever it was, Moat did not think
Oh,
they could
okay.
use the batteries at all.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, in that case, Moat will go over the schematics stored in their custom rigged of Wasp and kind of play out a scenario where they might be able to rig up the electrical connection and siphon power from Wasp into this thing to see if that might work better.
Okay.
Can I help him with this based off my own background and like how energy flows and stuff like that?
Yes. Yep. I'll say you can definitely help. They just have to they have to say what they're doing, and you can kind of think over it with energy and stuff and see if it'll work.
So that is a 17.
I believe I help. It's easier in this system to help.
Yeah, I think
With
it's
15.
decent
Alright.
to help, honestly.
So, look, once Wasp gets here, I think I might be able to pull some systems from inside his abdomen and route energy. I'm not sure of exactly how the voltage might work between the two systems. I'm not exactly sure. Do you think you're kind of zappy? Do you have a potential idea? Can you
You're
tell
kinda
maybe
zappy.
how this thing? Can you tell what the flow of energy is in this thing by any chance?
Telling specifically what's in it is hard, but I can tell you about how the transition of energy will work, and maybe we can jury-rig something with a cable. I know my internal systems would fry it unless I was particularly careful.
Okay.
And based off this conversation, I will say that Eisen kind of goes into slightly deeper detail of this thing is dying, and quickly, like very quickly. Like Eisen, with his help and your check, is able to give you that in 2 rounds it will probably be done.
Oof.
Upon that,
Oh.
with him helping and your check, you get the sense that it being an AI needs to have a plug into something, obviously. So computers, Wasp could probably work. You're not sure what it would do to Wasp with your check of a 19. Also, you get the sense that your face mask being able to literally run like it is able to take brain synapses and almost create emotions kind of things for you. You get the sense that it would be up there in potential power sources. Besides that, upon Roselight, you can think of a vehicle, a computer mainframe, like an actual like huge mainframe in the back office of some building kind of thing. Anything like that is up there as well. All of that is temporary power sources. You get the sense that for a potential final power source, it needs, and I will preface this with a big star and think about where it came from. It needs to be a ship.
Mhm.
Huh.
Huh.
Who would have thought?
A ship, you say? I think we have one of those.
A ship
In
or
orbit.
a ship or significant very close power source of like that magnitude.
The Silver Drake launches up.
But for reference,
Whoa!
like the ship isn't here. The ship is like off-world in like this orbiting space station, so it would
Yeah,
take forever to get
irregardless,
there.
you're not getting this to a ship in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
No.
Unless you throw
We
it.
need- Yeah. Imagine that. Oh man. So I think at this point, Moat and Eisen understanding the level of power it probably needs, Moat would share that that's probably the level of power it needs, and I assume they talk about it. But
How many rounds before?
yeah, Moat starts
Wasp will get
looking
here?
for. That's the thing I'm not sure about. So I guess a point of this is Wasp could do a full action if Moat is capable of taking a swift action, but I don't remember how that exactly works out. Basically, if I control Wasp, Wasp could combine its actions to do a full action and could potentially take the like 4 times speed dash, but I don't know if Moat is capable of taking a swift action at this point.
Moat's definitely capable of taking swift action. What does the ability for you to control Wasp say? Like, does it just give Wasp an extra action? Because then you can't combine them to take a full. You can take 2 move if you want, but
Right. So it says, as a move action, you can directly control your drone. This allows the drone to take both a move action and any standard action this turn, one from my control and one from its limited AI. If I can also take a swift action, my drone can take a swift action as well, or it can combine its action into a full action.
Got it.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, swift actions are like you get 1 swift action a turn. Like you could drop prone right now, so I'm gonna say you could take a swift
So,
action.
okay. So I guess for this particular reading, it's anything that would take away Moat's swift action would take away Wasp's swift action as well, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. In that case, it'll be a little over a round before Wasp can arrive. But
That's real
with this
risky.
turn, Wasp can zoom 120 feet and then get the rest of the way on the next turn, provided we don't move.
But so that means that you're
in
left
that
with one
case-
round to do this successfully.
Yeah.
Whereas you have your faceplate now.
Basically.
Yeah. In that case, Eisen would specifically say, we need to buy it a little bit more time. I know you probably don't want to let go of it, but if we used your faceplate, it would buy it a little additional time.
Yeah, you're probably right. Sneeze Boss is gonna fucking kill my mask. I don't like that. Okay, I'm done with my turn now. If anybody else has things they need to do, we'll, I guess, come back to this.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Zeha.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, we'll quickly go through everybody, but Zeha, your turn. We'll just go
I'm
through
booking it. Let's just go.
Yep.
everybody,
Potato,
or
potato.
at least Zeha is trying to leave. Dr. Lin.
Can I actually?
I'm gonna hang around a little bit.
I will add, as I'm kind of running out to, like, as I pass y'all, and with Ninal hopefully in tow, I'm just gonna say split and rendezvous. Like, I whisper this to you guys, so I don't, like, if there are cameras on the building or on outside the building, I don't want all of us, like, going in one direction. Sorry if you guys heard that. That was Box's tail hitting the closet.
Okay.
So yeah, just we're gonna split the party even more.
That's what
Tetsu's
you're
just
told,
holding
Dr.
his
Lin.
insides in.
Yeah, Len's just gonna like kind of like mutter to Tetsu, "Can you run?"
Painfully.
Then run. And I'm going to just do like full run action, whatever, 4 movement speeds, vault over the table, zoom.
Okay. You can't, unfortunately. I'll let you vault over the table, but it's just gonna be a standard move. I'm gonna
What
adhere to
the
that strict rule because it breaks the game. You cannot run unless it's in a straight line, and if anything impedes your movement, you can't run.
I hate Starfinder, want to go back to 5e. God! I guess I will just normal double dash, whatever.
Okay. Dr. Lin
It's not
double
even
dashes.
only to the front of the door.
Mario Kart.
Whoa.
Tentacle rolls over the desk.
Not
Wait,
even
how does he
cool.
beat
It's not-
me? I'm running.
You can't
was ahead
run
of you.
either.
You had to like.
I have
He was
4
way ahead of
arms.
me.
Yeah, not 4
That doesn't
legs.
change
Yeah,
anything.
I've got 4 legs.
That's
Yeah.
not how those work.
Yeah.
I do a
More
handstand
arms
and then I
mean
run
more
faster.
drag.
Oh, that's a
Dr. Lin has
terrifying thought.
I don't like that. Yeah.
When Zeha needs to run, she just does a handstand.
I think there's a fix to that.
Can I beg for fan art of this? Can somebody please show me what this looks like?
I want the fan art of Zeha and Dr. Lin basically being the same kind of creature when Zeha is doing a handstand.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Her head's just a bill. Easy. Alright. Alright, Ninal moves up. You guys don't know what the 2 in the back room do, but as shown on the map, they move up to the rug.
Oh.
Eisen.
I am taking my action to help him, like, make sure that his helmet won't fry the system. That's my action.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll resolve that on his turn or their turn if that's what they want to do. Tetsu.
I glance back and I see those 2.
No, door's closed. It's an automatic door. No one's within range of it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's an automatic. Okay, great.
That's awesome.
Then Tetsu is going to run around here, but by the time he gets up to Zeha, it is no longer Tetsu. It's like this frail old man that is like human, but just very big,
Okay.
but also like very tall, but like frail and old, and does not look wounded, does not look like a fighter. Just looks like a tall old man. As he is thinking that if he takes one more hit or anything, he's already down. Zeha he trusts, but he's just worried maybe she'll let him. He doesn't know, so he
That's
is
okay.
just
It's him.
like, this is the only way he thinks he can get out of here. He'll run next.
Okay.
That's it.
That's
For sure.
genius.
Tetsu ducking around the corner, turning into a tall old man. Nope, it is your turn.
That's just his next character.
I was thinking that, yeah. No, you know my next character, Syrup.
Nope. I refuse.
A gun with a jellyfish?
I love it.
Okay, so realizing that Eisen is definitely right, Moat will use the remaining movement that he has, use their movement action to get Wasp the remaining distance, and basically sets it in sentry mode, and then Moat unclasps the mask from their head and will begin to pull some connective wires out from the side, and will do their best to try and get this mask to connect with this thing and supply a bit of power as much as possible.
Plug it in.
Do we get to see Moat's
Okay.
Use
face?
that already.
Eisen does, in fact, for the first time, get to see Moat's face. Two big, bugged out black eyes and a
They're handsome.
mildly wrinkly gray bald head, with a tiny little mouth, just kind of like just a little slit right there.
It's like that
I
alien
can't-
in American Dad.
And
Yeah.
disturbingly enough, he kind of asked for it, but the voice of Moat pops into Eisen's head, and he hears, "All right, so we got to get this thing working. So hold it tight."
Eisen doesn't even you don't even see a registered face. The nice thing about being a rock man is that facial expressions can be as stony as you'd like it to be. As he
There's
just,
finally no facial expressions on Moat's face either.
yeah. So he just is like, yes, and just holds and he's going to try to insulate the AI the best he can, so no surges can get to this thing and fry it. So he's trying to that's how he's trying to engineer help, is helping to regulate the energy to make sure it gets where it needs to go.
Okay.
Well, let's see if this works.
All right. As you bring your mask kind of up to it, you begin to pull out these cables that are going to connect to it. You watch the AI also, just out of nowhere, and there's no slits in this thing, but just out of nowhere, just these 3 cables kind of pop out and attach to the cables of your mask.
What the fuck?
Save me.
I don't like
It's
it.
alive.
Well, Moat would react to that, except their face looks like,
Aw.
Just blank face. You watch this AI attach to your mask, though. I'm not gonna make any rolls here. Your mask can't make a roll. The AI is just connecting. You've already made all the knowledge rolls. As it connects, you watch your mask flash over, and kind of this purplish blue, it's almost it's like a very digitalized shimmering color, if you can imagine that. It's kind of you know how Tetris blocks are, they're obviously very blocky and liney, but it's purple blue, and it just keeps shimmering up through purple blue, and it just keeps doing this flashing. And
It's charging.
out of the mask you hear, "Okay, we don't have much time."
okay.
Kill it now.
That's the end of Moat's turn.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Ninal one more time. We're gonna book it around the desk. While those doors are still closed, hopefully I can just at least get out the door and close it behind us, or however. And then can I just kind of dragging her along, Your safety is still our first priority. I'm going to get us a car. And I'm going to try to, like, get us an Uber to the Dreamer's Lodge.
Yes, to the Dreamer's Lodge. Let's get a car. And you see her guns down, kind of running. She's a little more in her zone and is ready to help as well.
Absolutely. So I'm while again no one's there, I'm going to, as we're passing Dr. Lin or meeting up with Dr. Lin, I'm just gonna basically be like sharing this plan with him as well. So like, all right, we're gonna go to the Dreamer's Lodge. I don't know. Do what you think best. Keep them away. Either meet up with Moat or meet us there. Let's hope this is over with. And I keep going.
All right, I'll see you then.
Okay. I'll say Zeha is basically acting on your initiative now.
Oh yeah, Zeha's me.
Sorry. I'll say Ninal is basically.
You're not wrong.
Yep. Zeha's acting on Zeha's initiative now. Woo!
Wow.
Neha Zeha.
No.
Ninal.
My face.
The ship name.
They just merge
Marvel,
into
put
one
down
person.
the tree trunk.
Yeah, we weirdly become this like one unit.
That's a plot twist.
6 arms.
6 arms and 2 antennae.
Heck yeah.
All right, Dr. Lin, it's your turn. You're currently keeping the door open, but you watch Zeha and Ninal get out.
Len's just gonna kind of glance back at Tetsu, who's now an old man, and will just sprint out of the door, like, as fast as possible.
Look back.
What,
That's
you want me
an
to
old
pick you up
man.
and drag
Moving
you?
on.
Tetsu is having the worst day of his life.
Honestly, this
That's
is
maybe
like
not
the
true.
worst.
Wait,
He's like, I don't know what's
the door
going on.
closing doesn't... We're all running now, right?
yeah.
Seems so, yeah.
Okay, does it look like Tetsu's making his way towards the door that we are at currently?
He's an old, clean man, angry with the world and these people. But he is heading in the general direction of the front.
Okay, then yeah, Len's just gonna like take off and head for an alley in a different direction from where Zeha and Nainal are going.
Perfect.
Okay. You can get quite far, go wherever you want to, left or right, or just straight. Doors closed. The world's turn, real quick. They're going to come through. That's where I'm going to go ahead and end initiative order, because I don't imagine them catching up. The world does see Old Man Tetsu.
The world
Uh,
sees.
Yeah.
The rest of you, by the world, I mean Orc Lady and
Yeah.
Farron.
It's not his name. It's like we're calling this dude by his like species. It's
By his-
very rude.
Yeah, by his race. Okay, his name is Mill.
Yes.
Gibson.
Brooks.
It was said once by the vest that came in, which I attempted to like grow out there, and Eisen heard, and literally no one else heard it. So far Eisen knows that the Farron is probably Mill. Basically the vest walked up and said, well, if Mel doesn't want me back there, he'll kick me out.
Right.
Yep. I noted
That
that,
was-
but
that
I
was
wasn't
Tetsu.
there.
That was Tetsu, not Eisen, I don't think.
Eisen
Yeah, I was
there
in
by
the bathroom.
computer.
No, I
Yeah,
was in
Eisen
the
was in the bathroom.
I was in the bathroom.
Oh, you're right.
But yeah,
I'm sorry, you're an old man now. It gets very confusing.
I'm very confused.
My memory is
So
not
confused.
what it used to be.
So yeah, Tetsu knows that it is Mel. We also have a hero point from Ed for Dr. Lin.
Aw.
Yo, thank you! I love you, Ed.
Rude.
Alright, but with that, we'll drop out of initiative order. I am going to jump between a couple of parties here. Zeha, Ninal, Dr. Lin, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna hitch a ride.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to get like a street or two down, like cutting through alleys, but then I'll eventually hitch a ride too.
Okay. What's the plan? To just pay for it? You get the sense like 5 credits will probably get you 5 minutes of a drive away. That's completely fine. Or are you trying to like way into having a free ride or something?
Oh, Nanal has
that's
this
a good
covered.
point. 5 credits. I think I'll throw the guy out of the car and carjack him. I think that's probably my best bet.
Okay, I'm gonna need a couple of rolls.
Yeah, no, I'll just pay like however many credits. Like Glenn will literally
Okay.
just say, whatever you
Five-
need, just get me to this place.
5 credits for Dr. Lin. Zeha, you watching it? I'll pay 10 credits and just says, "Get me there quick."
I ride with the diplomat.
During all of that time, the world, Mel and Orc Lady walk up and they see this old man. What? Get out of here! There's a look, and like they point to the dead bodies on the floor.
Are they
What
alive?
are you doing?
Oh.
Do they look alive?
I was checking.
No. Go.
Oh,
What's your name?
Jonathan. And then Tetsu starts just walking up. Like,
Okay.
Tetsu does not do this.
All right. Give me a perception
Apparently.
check real quick.
Perception?
This
Yeah.
is my favorite thing.
Okay. That's better than what I was afraid of. Ooh, 24!
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
You watch them walk, like you're walking out completely fine. Basically, they're letting you walk out, kind of thing. You see some eyes on you for a second, and then as you're getting to the door, you're watching the orc lady begin to go and check into different rooms, the computer room being the first, and you watch the Farron kind of head glance down to the book where people sign in. Just gives you like a kind of thought that they may be checking the name Jonathan against everything.
By the time
Obviously, you're
he has to-
disguised. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
Well,
that's
once they
unfair.
check the cameras. Once they check the cameras,
Yeah.
it's fine.
It
Maybe
won't
the
make
dude
them
just,
any
like-
less confused.
Maybe the dude came in after the gunshots rang and was like, "Hey, I want to try to help."
Yeah,
Just being rude.
except
Everyone knows
My
there's
bluff
cameras
is
there as well.
-1, so
Yeah, but they didn't. Unfortunately, they didn't
Yeah.
think you were lying at all. So freebie right there. You're just an old man.
oh yeah, I agree.
Freebie roll for the role playing as well.
old
Mo-
man power walking out. Okay, time to go.
Yeah.
Wait, must run faster.
I was just checking if
Spy.
they were alive. I couldn't see with my eyes.
I'm old and frail.
I had to.
Okay, Moat and Eisen. What are you guys doing?
Well, knowing that this power source won't last long, we start to like power move through these alleys to try to like get wherever we're going, listening to whatever this AI has to say. And like Eisen will glance over at Moat and like give him the eye of like what's gonna happen here.
You hear a voice in your head say, "You need to talk to it. I can't."
Fine.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
What do you want?
That's interesting.
We have to get to a power source.
We're taking you hopefully to a place with a power source. Apparently,
I have 10 minutes and 14 seconds.
well, we have an additional smaller power source to buy you a little bit of extra time, but we're gonna get to a car. And I'm just like, can I put the switch case in the helmet and like keep it somewhat hidden?
Like the black box in like the helmet.
Yeah, like because like is it large enough that I could just like hold the helmet and not make it seem like I'm like
I
carrying
mean-
this weird thing?
To be fair, it's
Yeah.
it's just more of a face mask, so it's not like a full helmet. So you could like set the box like inside the face area where Moat's stinky breath might be. But
It'd be like holding it in a bowl, basically.
Right.
Yeah, basically.
There is a funk here.
Eisen does not care about the AI preferences of air quality as long as it's continuing to run.
Yeah, you could definitely do that for sure. As you do say that you're gonna get it to a power source, you hear back. I suggest replacing me before 2 minutes time.
Thank you. Can you tell us when about 30 seconds is up? That will really help. And he's being very dry about it of like, yes, computer, please continue to talk in this busy street. But he's like, not like directly saying that. He's giving the AI just a little bit of shade.
Right, and I will say, like, you know in computers and stuff, the 2 minutes time meant like before it had 2 minutes left.
Oh, okay, got it.
And
instead
it
of
said
others.
2 rounds.
replacing me, that means
That
wanted
that
to
was in
have
response.
a new power
that was
source,
in
right?
Yeah, that was in response to Eisen saying that you had other power sources to plug it into.
Yes.
I see,
So not
I
in
see.
2 minutes from now. It's just 2 minutes before the 10 minutes it said were up.
Yeah,
Yes.
basically before it's almost on its last legs.
Yes. In that case, just taking a circuitous route to avoid, like, not all of the security cameras, but enough that I feel comfortable, and just getting a taxi to take us to the lodge, and then around that time, I'll tell the AI, blink the time on the faceplate, if you need help or anything.
But shut up.
In the meantime,
Otherwise, stay quiet.
Wasp will be basically just writing on Moat's face to conceal as much as possible that Moat is a gray, and Moat's collar is like fully popped up and zipped as high as it can go, and Moat's basically just trying to conceal their face as much as possible as they run.
Would Eisen
For
notice
sure.
that?
Oh, yeah, it's totally obvious. There is a wasp robot sitting on this thing's face where you can barely see the eyes.
Right. In that case, then, like, seeing how uncomfortable Moat obviously is, and wanting this to go as quickly as possible, and not wanting you to slow down, he'll just like unbutton the upper layer. If you look at his costume, he has like this upper, like shawl / like hood element, and he'll just unbutton that and throw that over your shoulders. And that should basically like help you hide your face so that you don't have to like worry about people seeing you awkwardly. He won't say a word, he'll just like throw it on your shoulders.
Not knowing how to react at first, Moat just emotionlessly stares at Eisen as the cloak is put over their shoulders, and just it's hard not to emote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just eventually just reaches up and pulls it over their head and just kind of continues moving.
To be fair, because of our size difference, it is comical. But
Yeah, no, it's comically big. It is a full, just like gigantic shawl over Moat.
you look like
For
you
sure.
know a grandma in New York.
Babushka.
During this time, you watch the mask kind of flash a timer over it where eyes would be, and it's just like 10:02, 10:01, 10, 9:59, and it just continues counting down. You are all able to make it into vehicles. You're all able to, I'm going to say, Zeha Ninal and Dr. Lin, and Zeha Ninal and Dr. Lin all pull up at about the same time to the Dreamer's Lodge. What you see as you pull up, kind of, and I'll gasp audibly, and then it kind of astounds the other two, is you see a building that has very clearly had been under some sort of attack, had something happen to it. It is smoking. There are pieces of outside walls missing. Most of the glass from the front is blown out. Tetsu and
Before
Go ahead.
before Tetsu like would tell the driver where to go, he would text like Zeha, and well, the whole group, but mostly address Zeha and just ask, am I allowed to go back to the lodge? Am I in trouble? What's happening?
In the car ride, I'm like texting back, what? No, of course. Rendezvous with us. Like no idea that anything is
Wait.
wrong.
Tetsu starts calculating if this is a trap. Pays the 5 credits to head there.
I imagine like Len and Tetsu like scrolling through the backlogs of texts like,
Oh,
Yeah.
this is what happened.
Yeah, there's so many text messages that you missed.
Listen, the blood loss, the betrayal, and the sadness.
What betrayal?
the abandonment, then the betrayal.
The orc
The
lady.
He
He
looked
shot
back
him.
to Len when he got shot.
That's the bad guy. Shoot him.
Yeah, that one. But no coming to help and then being like, kill him.
I dragged you out of there.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
For an
That did kind of, like,
interrogation
Help the escape.
to claim your prize.
So you were saying we enter a completely destroyed or just been under attack?
It's not leveled like a missile hit it, but it's very clearly has been under attack. Like there's no glass remaining in windows. Like this side wall has a hole blown in it, while the front fourth half of the wall is gone. And like it's just very clearly had something happen to it. As you guys just kind of sit there wondering what happened. It takes about 20 more seconds for Moat and Eisen to pull up. And that's where we'll end the session.
I have
Ooh.
questions.
Out of
I
the
have
fryer.
questions.
The fryer.